Hi, I'm Lucy. I'm 40 years old, an interior designer by profession, and a proud pet mother. My life is simple, centered around work, my beautiful villa in a posh American town, and my pets. They've been my companions, my joy, and sometimes, my saviors from the loneliness that inevitably creeps in. But as fulfilling as pets can be, they can't fill every void. Humans crave connection, support, and love, the kind only another human can give. For years, I ignored this truth, convincing myself that solitude was my choice. But one normal day, as I sipped coffee and stared at my empty home, an idea sparked in my mind: what if I take in a paying guest? It was practical, my home was big, I could use the extra income, and perhaps, it would be nice to have someone to talk to occasionally. Excited, I posted an ad. At first, the inquiries poured in. People came and went, some were too rigid, others too laid back. I interviewed potential tenants, but none felt like the right fit. Frustrated, I decided to abandon the idea altogether. But fate had other plans. It was a quiet morning when I heard a knock at the door. Assuming it was another inquiry, I trudged to answer, expecting disappointment. Standing before me was a young girl, no older than 18. She had striking blonde hair that brushed her shoulders, and her blue eyes sparkled with a charm that was hard to ignore. "Hi, I'm Bella," she said with a nervous smile. "I saw your ad about a paying guest. I'm studying at a nearby college and need a place to stay. I won't be any trouble, I promise." Something about her caught me off guard. Her vulnerability and politeness drew me in. I found myself welcoming her inside, giving her a tour of the house. During our conversation, I learned she was from out of town, far from her parents. Her sweetness and sincerity melted my initial hesitation, and before I knew it, I agreed to let her move in. Later that day, Bella's parents came by to help her settle in. Her mother, with teary eyes, held my hand and said, "Please take care of her as if she were your own." "I will," I assured her. Bella's first day was tough. She tried to put on a brave face, but I could see the sadness in her eyes. Missing her parents and adjusting to a new place was overwhelming for her. That evening, I invited her for dinner. Over warm food and light conversation, we began to bond. She told me about her small hometown, her dreams of becoming an artist, and her love for animals. I shared my story, my career, my pets, and my journey of living alone. From that day forward, Bella became more than just a paying guest. She was a part of my life. She greeted me every morning with a cheerful, "Bye, Lucy. Have a nice day," before heading to college. In the evenings, we would cook together, take my pets for walks, and chat for hours. Despite the 20-year age gap, our friendship blossomed. One day, Bella nervously asked, "Lucy, can I invite some friends over for a small house party?" "Only if you're okay with it." "Of course, dear, why not?" I replied, genuinely happy to see her settling in. That weekend, the house came alive with laughter, music, and chatter. Bella's friends were polite and respectful, and I mostly stayed in my room, letting them enjoy their time. But then, as I stepped out for a glass of water, I saw Bella dancing with one of her friends. She looked so radiant, so free, yet, an unfamiliar feeling stirred in me. Jealousy. I quickly retreated to my room, confused and frustrated. Why am I feeling this way? I asked myself repeatedly that night. Was Bella just a paying guest? A friend? Or something more? The days that followed were tense. Bella became distant, avoiding eye contact and skipping our dinners together. One evening, I couldn't take it anymore. I called her to the living room, determined to address the elephant in the room. "Bella," I began, "why are you behaving like this? Did I do something wrong?" Tears welled up in her eyes. "No, Lucy, it's not you. It's me. I've been trying to hide it, but I can't anymore." She paused, trembling. I have feelings for you. I love you." Her words hit me like a bolt of lightning. For a moment, I was speechless. My heart raced, emotions swirling inside me. Finally, I whispered, "Bella, I love you too." That night was a whirlwind of emotions. As I lay in bed, reality sank in. Bella was only 18, just starting her life. I was 40, with a lifetime of experiences behind me. What we felt was real, but was it right? By morning, I had made my decision. When Bella came down for breakfast, she was her cheerful self again, calling me, my love, with a playful smile. But I couldn't let this continue. "Bella," I began, "we need to talk." She sat down, sensing the seriousness in my tone. "I care about you deeply," I said. "But this isn't right. There's a huge age gap between us. You're young, with your whole future ahead of you. What you feel for me might be love, but it could also be confusion or admiration. I can't, in good conscience, hold you back from the life you deserve." Tears streamed down her face as I continued, my own voice breaking. "If I truly love you, I have to let you go." The next 2 days were unbearable. Bella found another place to stay and began packing her things. We barely spoke, both of us consumed by the pain of goodbye. When the time came for her to leave, she stood at the door, her bags in hand. "Goodbye, Lucy," she whispered, her voice trembling. "Goodbye, Bella," I replied, fighting back tears. She walked away without looking back, and just like that, she was gone. Years have passed since that day, and I still think about Bella. Did I do the right thing? Was it fair to both of us? I don't have all the answers, but I know this: love isn't always about holding on. Sometimes, it's about letting go. Letting someone grow, even if it means breaking your own heart. Bella taught me that love is selfless, and in her own way, she reminded me that I'm capable of feeling, of connecting, of being human. And that is a gift I'll always cherish. Love, in its truest form, is about wanting the best for someone else, even if it means sacrificing your own happiness. It's about recognizing when to hold on and when to let go.